Hi friends, it's me Arjita and I welcome you at the Crafter's Corner screen. For today's project, I was inspired by this beautiful collection by Heartfelt Creations called Birds and Blooms, and this is a gorgeous set of papers which can help you to design beautiful cards and layouts. Then for today's project, I also used these. The botanical rose die, the stamp, then the botanical wings die, leafy branch. These were the basic things which I was focusing on for today's project, and we'll be making a bird cage towards the end, and for that I'll be making a lot of flowers using these things. I hope you'll have a great time watching this video. To make the flower, this kind of a flower, I will be using the beautiful stamp set by Heartfelt Creations and a coordinating die set by Heartfelt Creations. This is the stamp called Botanical Rose, and it has got few leaves and a stamp for the flowers. And with this, I'll be using this die called Botanical Wings, and I'll be forming my flowers. I've adhered my stamp on this Whisker stamp press, and I'll stamp it on a piece of paper with the help of archival brown. Once this is stamped, I'll position my die over it, and I'll cut it through my big shot. It's very easy to align this on the stamped image, and you just need to be a bit careful, and yes, it is done. I'll secure it with this washi tape and I'll run it through my big shot. The best part about these dies and stamps is that they cut a lot of flowers in one go, and you don't have to bother doing it again and again. These will just pop out very easily, and this is how they look. I'll color my images with these colors of Memento Luxe ink pads with the help of sponge daubers. What I'll do is, first I'll take this yellow and I'll just put it in the center like this. Very randomly, you don't have to be very careful with it. At least I was not very careful. Then I take the pink, and I'll just with very light strokes, I'll fill in the top. Nature makes every flower different, and so will be ours. We can't, and we should not in fact try to make them look absolutely same. And very gently I'll just put on this pink. The next color would be this red Love Letter by Memento, and what I'll do is I'll emphasize more on the extreme edge of the flower and add this with a little more pressure. Like this. So I've done the cutting and the coloring off camera, and these are ready to be shaped now. To shape these flowers into three-dimensional looking flowers, we will need a stylus, a ball stylus tool, and I'll be using my 8mm and at few places the 5mm ball. I need a cushioned pad so that I can put even pressure. And what I'll do is I'll flip this petal upside down and I'll just add a little water over the back of the flower. This will help to mold the flowers better, and I'll put pressure, equal pressure, and try to make a curve at the petal. See, it starts forming like a natural flower. So I'll do this with all the other petals of the flower. So it cups up like this, and then I'll just flip it over and put a lot of pressure over the center of the flower on the right side, that is the stamped and colored side. So this is how it looks. It looks like this. And similarly I'll be doing the next layers. I'll color this one, the third petal on the back side also, with a pink color or a red color, whatever is left on the sponge dauber. And I'll now cup this one the other way around. I'll start cupping it on the right side, and it will become a closed petal. And I'll just pinch it with the help of my fingers, and then I'll open it. So this is like more tight and prettier. Now I took my Aleene's original tacky glue and I stuck this a little off-centered, like I don't want the petals to be on top of each other. And again, some firm pressure. So I'll give it some time to dry, and I made a couple of flowers like this for my project, and they look so beautiful together. These are the leaves by Heartfelt Creation. The stamp set, I've used various kind of leaves. I've used this open leaf pre-cut set by Heartfelt and the dies to cut all my leaves, and then just colored them in the same way by using different green shades. So I'll be using all these and a few branches for the decoration of my bird cage today. I have this sheet from the Heartfelt Creations Birds and Blooms collection, and I want this green paper for my bird cage, and I'll put it in the bottom so that nothing falls out and even it looks pretty. So I'll keep it here, and I'll just roughly I'll just roughly trace it around. And I'll cut it. Distressing everything is a part of our life these days, and I feel I can't do anything without distressing my things, my paper, without this walnut stain and vintage photo. So I'll just distress this also. What distressing does is it makes the edges disappear and all our flaws gets hidden. It looks more finished. So I'll try to place this at the bottom, and I might have to trim it a bit more. It fixes perfectly. To make the nest, I just took a glue dot and I dyed some raffia, which is easily available in the market in any craft shop, and I just dyed it with few browns and greens, spray colors, and then on this glue dot I just started rolling it in my fingers, and I just stuck it over this glue dot like this, and then I started rolling it. Like this. Like a disc. So once the disc was of my of the size of my choice, I kept my glue gun on heating, and I just squirted some hot glue over it, and then I started going on top so that it becomes like a nest. I mean, I'm just trying to create a wall. Again, I use some hot glue. And secured the ends. This is how I made my nest for the little birdhouse, and then I just took a green end and shredded it with my scissor to add a little grass kind of a feel. I added some hot glue, and filled in this grass kind of a thing. So this was my nest. I'm pressing it with the help of a silicone finger because the glue is very hot. And once it has a depression over here, I'll again add. Oh, first let me just add some more grass. It's a very cute nest, and the fun thing is that I added a few pollens as my as the eggs for the nest. So I'll just show that to you in a moment. So for the eggs, I had this pollen lying with me. It is an off-white colored pollen, and I just trimmed 3 of them. So with the help of the tweezer, I held it from here and I added my glue, hot glue, at the tip and inserted it right there. For the second one, I think this will be easier. I'm just pulling away the excess threads by the glue gun. And this is it. My quick DIY nest, and I can just stick it because it already has a backing, and I can just stick it over my project. You can add a few black dots over it if you wish to and make it look more natural. Like so. And it's a very pretty nest. Hope you liked it. So here is the final bird cage, and I stuck all the flowers. I made around 6 big ones and a lot of tiny ones. I colored it the same way, and I added some micro beads in the centers, and here is a chain which is available at a store, and this miniature bird cage. This is the nest we just made. I showed how to make that nest. This is another one. This is the little birdie by the collection. I just added some glossy accents over it. Then this is my top of the cage. I've stuck some cheesecloth kind of a thing which I had. Basically it is just a bandage which you get at the pharmacy. So that's it. I'll be sharing a lot of pictures at the end of the video. I hope you liked it and give it a try. Thanks for watching. See you soon.